because I learn a lot from you too. So it works really well. And you've been studying oils for a long time and have so much knowledge. It's really encouraging to see you using it and helping others, and an exciting time.
Thank you. All right, so I did start recording because I have some people that wanted to come and something came up and they can't. So hopefully I'll share this with them. All right, so I'm going to start by sharing a little bit of why I started using essential oils. And, sorry, noise is driving me crazy here. I started because back when I was in high school, I was diagnosed with Lyme disease and had a lot of struggles with that. And eventually I got sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I started looking into natural solutions. Started with changing my food, my diet, and then I started researching someone to help naturally cure me from Lyme, and so I went and saw a specialist. And everything was awesome and wonderful, and I thought I was in the clear, but of course Lyme kind of leaves a lot of stuff in your system, a lot of gunk, and I also just was not getting the rest that I needed, and my immune system was really struggling still. So I needed something else besides food and exercise to help with those. Because what's the first thing the doctor tells you to do when you're sick? You can type it in the chat or comment. What's the first thing? I don't see anything.
I don't know, take medicine,
Take
go on a prescription for something.
Okay, what else? Lots of fluids, right?
Yeah.
And rest. So usually you want to sleep, you want to rest. I wasn't getting that. So I needed something else to help support restful night's sleep and my immune system. And that's when I reached out to Bethany, and I had heard about essential oils. I had dabbled with the different ones and really didn't know how beneficial they were. But then I wasn't sure, should I use these, should I not? Because there's so many different things out there about essential oils saying, don't take these internally, don't use too much. And I'm going, how much is too much? And most of them are saying, just use it for your laundry soap or your soap recipes. That's it. That's all you want them for. And then I saw my specialist and asked her about doTERRA essential oils in particular, because I had so many friends sharing essential oils with me. And I kept trying them and thinking, I'm not noticing any difference. And everyone says they're amazing. So I asked my specialist, and she said, I highly recommend doTERRA, go for it, and we did. And honestly, I can't look. I don't want to look back because I don't want to go back through what I went through. So the oils, it took 1 drop of lavender, and like I said, I tried so many different brands. I went through a whole bottle in a month, nothing. No support for restful night's sleep. And then over the last few years, using our On Guard and frankincense, it's helped promote a healthy immune system. My immune system has been, to my doctor's amazement, in a better place, and she's so happy with that. So that one took a while to notice a difference, but we did notice with all the changes I had made, it's really helped. So it's a little bit about my story and how I got started with essential oils. Now I want to talk about, I touched a little bit about how I kind of use them and how I was learning that there's different ways to use them. So if you have an oil handy, I don't know if you guys have one available. Let's see, Stephanie's reaching. Does Christiana, do you have your oils?
I'm at work and okay. I didn't bring one.
It's okay. I know you know how to use most of them anyway. All right, so I have frankincense here. And what we're going to do is I want you to open your bottle if you have it. And you're going to experience 3 different ways to use it with me. And Stephanie, I want to make sure you have the doTERRA oils, right? Okay, I think I got a thumbs up. I can't see her thumb. Yep, okay, perfect. All right, so take 1 drop and put it in your hand. I got 2. And then I want you to rub them around and smell. Now you've just applied them on your skin, so topically, and you're smelling them, so that's an aromatic. It's in the air. I also have a diffuser going on behind me, so that's another way to get it aromatically. I've told people if they don't have a diffuser, grab a cotton ball or a cloth and put a couple drops and put it in front of a fan, and that works really well. Okay, a lot of times I put frankincense or peppermint back here on my neck, so if you have peppermint, you can rub it back here. All right, now the other way is internally. And I have some water here. I'm going to show you. You have some water, go for it. If it's already in your water, great.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to do try for 1, and then I just take my water.
And we're both using glass cups because we don't want to draw the petrochemicals out from the plastic. So
Yes, thank you. A fun experiment is put some oils on styrofoam. If you ever want to do that, it's fun. I won't tell you what happens, but try it. So I will even put sometimes right underneath my tongue. Frankincense, I can usually do that. Some of our others, I have to dilute it in water or else it doesn't taste so good. And I'd like Bethany to share a little bit more why she trusts the oils, doTERRA oils internally, and why specifically doTERRA oils, because this is fascinating. It's something I'm still learning to explain. So I'd like Bethany to share.
When you're using essential oils internally, you really want to make sure that you're using good quality oils. A lot of the oils that you can find in the grocery store or the health food store are made very cheaply so that people can buy them very cheaply. And that means that the quality is not the same. So doTERRA oils are steam distilled or cold pressed if they're citrus oils. And that means that nothing except for water essentially is coming into contact with the plants. So doTERRA oils are beyond organic, like by our organic rating system. doTERRA goes beyond that by, not using any pesticides or anything in the soil that would be harmful. They actually use essential oils to keep the bugs away from their plants. And so it's completely organic. And then because no harsh chemical solvents are used to get the oils out of the plants, they're very safe to take. And a lot of research has been coming out in the last year or 2 that has shown how perfectly safe it is to use essential oils internally. So when you're reading blogs or books that, there's always, especially on the internet, there's so much clickbait, 10 reasons why you would never want to use the essential oils, or 3 reasons essential oils internally is so dangerous. Keep in mind that that's a lot of outdated information. doTERRA is really pioneering the way to show that essential oils scientifically are safe to be used internally, even though they have been used internally for generations. It's just a wonderful way to use them. My husband and I use them internally every day. We're going on 4 years of using doTERRA essential oils, and for my husband's health, he does it internally every day, and he's totally fine. I've never talked to anyone who uses doTERRA and has had a negative internal experience. I've talked to people who have used other brands and had like burning of the esophagus from a cheap, something from a health food store that was not even meant to be used on the skin. A lot of essential oils in the stores are just for the pretty smell. And so if you use one of those internally, it can actually burn you. But using something that's straight from the plant, completely pure, is safe. So adding a drop or two to your water is a perfect way to support your immune system, to support healthy airways, digestive health. I had to do a 2-hour glucose tolerance test today for my pregnancy, and that's an awful an awful thing to have to do after being on a 12-hour fast and then having to drink 75 milligrams of straight sugar. So I've been feeling really off today, but I put our metabolic blends into my glass, and I've been drinking that, and it's just been helping me balance my sugars again, and I'm feeling so much better. So I'm really thankful to have something that I can use, that can help, because this is my third baby, and with the other ones, I knew that I had to plan it on my husband's day off so that I could just stay in bed all day. But here I am, and I'm feeling good, and I'm very thankful to have something. So yeah, drinking it in a glass is a perfect way to get those oils in your body, or even just dropping them under the tongue. But yeah. So.
Yeah, thank you. I did not know that doTERRA used essential oils to help keep the bugs away from plants. That's a new one for me, Bethany. Yeah, so as Bethany mentioned, that was something I was learning too about internal, and I noticed buying stuff over the counter, just at the health food store, I would even smell it and I didn't want to take it internally. It even said on the bottle not to. So when I saw doTERRA's and that you could, of course I questioned, but I've learned that they've been safe. And like she said, I haven't had any effects, which has been awesome. All right, so the next thing I want to go back to is your wellness pyramids, or triangles, sorry. So let's take a look at that and see if you're okay moving ahead and looking at how essential oils can help in these areas. But first, I want you to type in 3 areas or 3 wellness goals you have.
I'm going to go grab mine from the printer.
Okay. So you can type in on the side and share what some of your wellness goals, and I know Bethany and I can share too, and we can see if we've got some similar ones. See if I can spell here. Alright, so I have mine in there. Mine are really exercising consistently. So sometimes we say we exercise, but not, like Stephanie said, consistent exercise. I am the same way right there with you. I also put in reduce toxic load, because that's anything from toxic chemicals in the house. I still have cleaners that my mom bought from when we moved that are not very safe. And even just the toxins in your daily life. And then managing stress is my other one. Let's see. Time to rest. Yep, perfect. Eating healthy foods, eating right. Yep, I would say resting up is up there for me too.
Everybody needs sleep.
What?
Everybody needs good sleep.
Yes. Yes. Perfect. All right, Christiana, I know some of yours, but if you want to type those in, go for it. So we're going to, as Christiana is writing in, because we only have so many minutes to do this webinar, it's a free program for me, so if I get cut off, feel free, we can talk more afterwards, okay? But I want to kind of address these, and then when we get to questions, we'll go through that too. So if you look at the bottom, we look at eating right. And quickly, as I told you my story, I was not really having proactive health care. I was going to the doctor all the time. So I always said my triangle was upside down. Mine was more, this was my biggest line, and eating right was really, I just ate comfort food because I was skinny as a rail and doctors told me to eat whatever I wanted. So I did. But then I turned it all around, and I can definitely tell you I have a more balanced lifestyle now, and I love that. I've been able to maintain a good wellness goals, and I'm always working towards those goals because we have changes. There's times Christmas comes, we eat a whole pan of brownies, and we shouldn't. So that's the nice thing about the oils. So with eating right, doTERRA has some awesome products for helping you to add in supplements when you are needing to eat more veggies. And Bethany, you can correct me, but a lot of times we don't eat enough vegetables, right? We can't consume a lot of times the amount we need, or some of the stuff we get may not be as healthy for us. So eating right, doTERRA has the Lifelong Vitality Pack, which are great supplements. I look forward to the day when I can take them. I know Wally takes them and he raves about them. When he's taking them consistently, he notices they've really been helping his energy levels, his immune system. So we have that, but we also have Terra Greens, and we have some great shakes that are awesome for helping supplement or support eating right, okay? Exercise is the next one. So usually, you're getting into working out. For example, today I went to the chiropractor, and she makes me do exercises. And I will tell you, I am sore. So for my sore muscles, I use the Deep Blue. We have an oil and we have it in a rub. And that's great for getting back into when you're exercising, you have those sore muscles or those aches. Peppermint's a good one too that I like to use. And it's very uplifting. So sometimes I'll feel kind of tired after an hour or so after working out. And those are some good ones to help uplift you and help you feel energized again. All right. And exercise, is there anything else you guys use, Bethany?
What did you say?
Is there anything else you use, Bethany, for exercise after exercising?
Sometimes I use Deep Blue and sometimes I use Aroma Touch. That's another blend that's really good for relaxing muscles, and I like that one a lot. My husband uses Wintergreen, just like plain, which is Wintergreen is in the Deep Blue rub and the Deep Blue blend, but just more concentrated when you're just using it straight out of the bottle. So, yeah.
Don't shower right after putting it on, I will warn you. Don't ever do that. That is a tip. You will be tingling for hours, or for me it was days. So I've also heard we do shakes afterwards and beforehand, and I know doTERRA has some awesome shakes. We have not fully switched all those. I'm doing the Terra Greens, but we're trying to get rid of some of the stuff we have. So they have those to help support you on a cellular level. And then we're getting to rest and stress management. I know a lot of us, those of you that are in ministry, we get it. So with that, rest and stress management, a lot of times I've used the Serenity. I love that, and I love it we now have gel capsules. So I'll put a couple drops on my feet at night. Sometimes Wally rubs it on my back, sometimes a little too much because I'm out like a light. And then we also put a couple drops in our diffuser, about 4 drops. If you don't have a diffuser, you can also put on your pillowcase, is what I've told people, so you're breathing it in.
Thing I really love about that, using essential oils to help you sleep, is that it's not like taking a sleep pill or something that knocks you out, or like if you need to wake up in the middle of the night for an emergency or for a child, if you're on a sleep aid, you're really groggy and having a hard time focusing, but essential oils, you're able to just come out of a restful sleep, do what you need to do, and then you can take it again to go back to sleep. So I'm so thankful for that, because it's been 5 years since I've slept all the way through the night because of kids, and being able to use oils for me and for them to fall asleep, and then to wake up in the middle of the night if I need to, I can reapply the oils, but I'm not groggy when I need to be focused. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you. I know that was Wally's concern at first because I had melatonin that my specialist tried to have me take. I did not know that if you take it too often, it can react with your hormones.
Yeah.
And that was something we were trying to balance anyway. So Serenity has been huge for us. And it, like Bethany said, it doesn't make you groggy. So I love that. Thank you. The other thing is reducing stress. There are some great oils. These have been huge for us in the last year. We have a whole kit called Emotional Aromatherapy, if you can see it. Yay! This has been amazing in helping us emotionally. I did not understand until really the last year how much, I was always taught your emotions and your physical and spiritual well-being are all connected. That's how God designed us. But I wasn't thinking that essential oils helped on an emotional level. I kind of went, oh, okay. Until I realized that through the last year, really, of transitioning in life and a lot of loss. I didn't know that until we started using the essential oils. So that is an amazing kit. I've shared some samples with people who have been grieving, and it's helped allow them to continue to grieve and go through that process, but they also smell amazing. So some people, it's just uplifting for them. And let's see. The next thing is reducing toxic load. That is a big one. I just had a wonderful make and take of making our own supplies with essential oils. So if you think about it, this is a great tip I've learned. I used to use soft scrub in the bottom of my tub. Now, I've mentioned it to some of you before. The biggest pores are on the bottom of your feet. That's why we say to put the oils down there. They help get absorbed. If you're using soft scrub on the bottom of the tub and you're showering, where is the soft scrub residue going? Back into your feet. So all these nasty toxins are getting back in your feet. And when I realized that, I'm like, oh, that's so gross. I need to reduce my toxic load. So cleaners is a big thing that I started doing. I did not realize that. Or my shampoos, my toothpaste. So Tara is an awesome toothpaste. And some of the cleaners we use, and I use it as a face wash, is the On Guard Plumbing Hand Soap. Love it. And then we use this concentrate. I'll use it with my homemade laundry soap, or I use it for dishes, a lot of different things, cleaning. So that's an awesome, another natural solution that you can have. I'm trying to think what else I use. And then for helping reduce toxins, like I did a lot of lemon in my water, or wild orange. And those were some good ones. I know we have a detoxing blend. Is that Zendocrine? Am I getting that right? Okay. So it's a good one for helping detox as well. And we have a good supplements as well to support detoxing your system too. And then, let's see, anything else to add to those, Bethany? That you
No, it's such an easy switch. Once you start realizing the ingredients in your products and the ingredients that you want to avoid, like sodium lauryl sulfate or propylene glycol or parabens and all these different things, like you'll start noticing that they're in basically everything that you put on your body, and making that switch makes such a difference. And cleaning, essential oils have so many cleansing properties, and just using them with baking soda and vinegar, like it makes it so cheap, so much cheaper to clean your house. And so literally in our house we have baking soda, vinegar, and essential oils. And that means that I can afford to have a set in each bathroom and in the kitchen, and and that I don't have to worry about anybody getting into it, because it's like if a baby takes a bite of baking soda, they're never going to do that again, So,
I have a great story, sorry, to go with that. A friend shared her sister was pregnant and she was cleaning the house. And she was doing essential oils, doing a lot of things to reduce toxic load, but she didn't realize she was spraying the tub, and it said, "Do not use while you're pregnant." And
Oh,
she goes, "I thought this was a good natural solution of a cleaner." And it said, "Don't use." And then she realized there were still some chemicals in there that were toxic to her and harmful for her baby. So she completely got rid of it and started using baking soda, vinegar, and essential oils, and realized how much cheaper it was.
it's so easy and so cheap. Yeah, I love that it doesn't take a huge chunk out of our budget anymore to keep the house clean.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. All right. So hopefully those give you guys some ideas of, oh, we got 10 minutes left. Okay, a little bit less. Hopefully that gives you guys some ideas of different things to help in those areas. Do you guys have any questions? No? Christiana looks like she's thinking.
I'm thinking about a lot of things right now.
I'm sure.
I guess like I've gone to like making all of my own cleaners too, or I have some doTERRA ones and I love it. And it makes sense to me now. Like I can see how it is more affordable. But at first, it seemed like it was a big initial cost of like getting essential oils and getting all different kinds that I can use for so many different things. And so I guess I still wrestle with that sometimes of, is it actually less expensive to use essential oils for everything? And, you know, I have a diffuser now and I keep like adding to it because I know it's good, but I hate spending money. I guess that's my problem. And trying to explain that to my husband is difficult sometimes too. Any advice for that?
So for us, we were on a budget, but we saw the need. And as I know, as I've talked to you one-on-one, you have noticed the benefits already. And so the biggest thing is I saw the benefits and I went, it's in our budget, but we need to make this kind of a priority. This is something we want to do for our daily lives. And I'm not a spender either. So it was really hard for me to go, I'm going to spend $200 every month on oils. And Wally is the spender and went, sometimes he is, it depends on what it is. Oils, he was skeptical at first, but he goes, you know what, if this is going to help you in the long run, you have to think about the big picture as well. So one, they do cost pennies per drop, which is awesome. And I can get you a price sheet too sometime if you're interested in seeing the breakdown. If you're visual, that helped me. But that made me go, okay, this is pennies per drop. Whereas I'm spending how much on laundry soap? I'm spending how much to make this? I'm spending how much to go to the doctor or pay for a prescription? Usually I was spending $100 just to go to the doctor and get a prescription. I have spent way less now. I'm going to the doctor a lot less. It's really pennies each time. So it's really over a large span of time, it's really helped cut a lot of costs in the bigger scheme of things. And then I also know it's helping me to stay healthy and meet my wellness goals for a longer period of time. Does that help give you an idea?
Yeah, definitely. And to have it broken down, I think would be really helpful for me too. I like seeing the visuals because I do have a budget and, you know, keep track of where all our money goes. So that'd be helpful.
It's good. Yeah.
Kind of thinking, you know, when you buy things in bulk, it is more expensive. And so if you kind of think of it like a Costco membership or something where, you know, you buy huge things at Costco where it takes a lot longer to go through, but there's such a great discount when you buy it like that. And even with a membership, you know, with doTERRA, the membership is free if you get a kit or you spend $35 to buy that wholesale membership. And it's kind of the same thing as Costco. Like you invest in your membership, but you know that money is going to pay back just in the savings that you get by buying those things in bulk. And like, even though the bottles are, so tiny, you can kind of think like, I'm investing and buying bulk items because this is 250 drops here, and that's going to last me, several months, and just see a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And Stephanie, what you said, I really liked how you flipped the wellness triangle and showed, that this is how you used to be with going to the doctor all the time, and how that was the mindset that you started out with, was just the self-preservation of like needing to go to the doctor and needing all of the prescriptions and everything that the doctor recommended. But Western medicine isn't holistic health, where they're considering every aspect of our lives. Like, most of your doctors aren't saying, how's your stress level? Are you sleeping at night? They're going blood pressure, weight, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when you flip that triangle around and you use this holistic mindset of doing these steps of eating right and reducing your stress level and getting good sleep and reducing your toxic load, you end up going to the doctor less, and you end up needing fewer prescriptions, and those co-pays, disappear, and all of these things. And I love that doTERRA, Stephanie, you showed today, doTERRA helps with every step of that, with eating right and getting exercise and getting good sleep, all of those things. When you're using doTERRA products and you're part of a group of people who use doTERRA and can share and collaborate ideas, we're doing that every day in our group, just saying things that we've tried that have worked for us, and the difference that we've seen. So it really does help. And so that's also kind of an investment. You invest at the beginning, and then you see your wellness triangle shift upside down because you're spending less at the doctor and on co-pays and prescriptions and stuff. That's an exciting change.
Yes, it is. That's partly how we were able to pay off our student loans, really, was we paid off quickly, and we're saving quickly because we have a lot less money going out in other areas. So that's been huge for us. But yeah. Any questions, Stephanie? You good?
I'm good.
To absorb.
Great. So I did want to say I'm going to touch base with each of you too, and just check and make sure you don't have any questions. I can do like a one-on-one this way or on the phone, so be sure to let me know, because I'd love to hear if you have any questions afterwards, or we can talk about going through some of your goals, because I have those now, and help you reach those. Or if you need someone to say, hey, did you get your 30 minutes of exercise in today? I'd be happy to kind of be there for you, because I need those reminders and that encouragement. Yeah, Bethany is at that. I'm terrible right now, haven't done it. Yeah, so I'd love to be kind of there for you, not just on I want to be there with the oils and helping you guys learn, but also to support you in using them. And don't be afraid of asking questions. I have people, is this a stupid question? No, there's no stupid questions. I ask Bethany a lot of questions, so she can attest. But yeah, any other questions, Christiana?
I don't think so.
Okay. The other thing is, if Charlie ever wants to talk to Wally and get a guy's perspective, I know he'd always be willing to talk to him and kind of share.
I'd like to bring him to like one of these that you do at your house.
Awesome.
Next
Yeah.
time we can make it. Yeah.
And you'll be moving closer soon, so we're good.
Yeah.
Yay. Well, thank you guys for coming in. We have less than a minute. I'm going to stop the recording.